Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're doing well today. Got an IPA, and it's an IPA from Wildcard Brewery, and this is a can of their Waimea IPA. It's coming in at 5.2% ABV. It says it's brewed with Waimea, Nelson Sauvin and Citra hops. It contains water, barley, wheat, oats, hops and yeast. Naturally hazy beer. Wildcard from London, Lockwood Way, apparently in London. Artwork is apparently by a gentleman called James Hayes. There is the artwork, as ever with Wildcard. Slightly random is the way I would best describe Wildcard's artwork. This is a lavender coloured can, so light purple. I've heard good things about this beer. Got this in my latest Beer 52 box. Yeah, I'm going to crack on. Get this IPA. Oh, it's a lively one. The can was full to the brim. Can't complain about that. Not particularly knowledgeable on the Waimea hop, I must say. I'm not sure if it's a new plant, a new strain of hop, but yeah, I've heard good things about it. So Waimea IPA from Wildcard. There she is. Not much of a head on this one. It looks quite dark on the camera, but yeah, it's a hazy, dark amber colour looking beer. It is pretty hazy. There is a slight, you can see a little bit through it, but yeah, head has gone on that. Really sharpish, which isn't always encouraging. I'm swirling it and managed to chuck it all over the place. Not going well. So yeah, hazy, dark amber in colour. Let's get the aroma. Oh, that smells lovely. I'm getting pineapple. Very slight sort of sherbety aroma. Pineapple, passion fruit. Slight bit of aroma from the yeast kicking off, but nothing too major. Smells creamy. It kind of has that quite recognisable oats, sort of slight vanilla-y aroma to it, but it smells very fresh. Like I say, pineapple, passion fruit, a little bit of grapefruit, bit of vanilla. It smells very inviting. I'm going to get stuck in. Cheers, guys. That's quite nice. Really is quite nice. Getting pineapple on the flavour. Thin-bodied, quite light, almost watery. Gentle carbonation. A little bit of bitterness at the back end. It's quite smooth. Getting the oats on this one are only light. They haven't chucked a load into the brew. But it's really citrusy. I'm definitely getting a citra influence. I recognise that. I saw the characteristics of the Waimea hop, but I feel like I'm getting, like I say, it reminds me of sherbet. Perhaps not as sweet as sherbet, but for some reason it's reminding me of that, like as a zingy kind of. It's really hard to explain. I mean, the citrus I'm getting would be, I would guess, from the Citra hops. But there's something that's giving it almost like a citrusy, citrus fruit kind of sherbet feel to the taste. But it's very light, very zingy, very flavourful. Really refreshing, really drinkable. And then you are getting that sort of hoppy bitterness at the back end, and it lingers as well. It's quite a long flavour to it. So water, barley wheat, oats, hops, yeast, Nelson Sauvin, Waimea, and Citra hops. Yeah, it's tasty. It is nice. It's very refreshing. Really refreshing. But as I say, there's pineapple, a little bit of mango, a bit of passion fruit, a bit of grapefruit, and then a nice bitter kick comes in, kind of mid-palate, and it stays with you all the way to the end. And the bitterness on it is I think is the main. The fact that it lingers, I think that makes it the main element to this beer, because that sort of citrus freshness, that zinginess, that freshness that hits you in the first place doesn't last very long. And because the carbonation on this beer is quite subtle as well, it doesn't exactly wrap itself around the palate. It's very thin, despite the fact there's oats in the brew. I'm not finding it's coating my palate. I'm finding the flavours kind of there 1 second, gone the next. And then when that bitterness comes, that's the only bit that stays. Yeah, it's okay, this. It's okay. I'd certainly drink this one again. I'm not sure this is as good as Wildcard's standard IPA. Their entry level, their core IPA. I'm not sure it's quite as good as that, but it is a very pleasant IPA. I'll be keen to drink some more beers with the Waimea hop in it, so I can kind of familiarise myself with the tastes that I should be looking out for and the aromas of the hop. But it just tastes very zingy, citrusy, very fresh, very light, easy drinking, light-bodied. It's really refreshing. It's pretty decent. Like I say, I'm definitely up for some more Waimea hopped beers. Excuse me. It's okay. It's okay. It's not blowing my mind. It's not the best beer I've had from Wildcard. That Ella IPA I had from them a little while back, that was a stunner. This is good, but it's not at that level. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. It is very enjoyable, very drinkable, and I would happily drink this one again. Yeah, it's nice. Nice beer. Waimea IPA, Wildcard Brewery. That's a 7 out of 10. You might have got that one in the latest beer 52 box. If you haven't, I would suggest going to their website, which isn't actually written on the can, but yeah, Wildcard Brewery in London. I'm assuming you'll probably find that online somewhere. Go check it out. It's a 7 out of 10 from me. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, guys. Until my next one, you take care.